My body, my rules, my own strength, my struggle, and yeah, F society. Even Enid agrees and tries to say something about it. But yeah, that's it. That's the message. But of course, if it were that simple, I wouldn't be here saying this out loud, try to make it stick in a world that consistently and constantly tries to unwrite it for me. Every single day I wake up and remember that I live in a body that doesn't follow the rules, not society's rules, and not even my own, because I have a chronic illness, which means my body plays by its own unpredictable, infuriating, exhausting rulebook. And sometimes, or often, basically often, that reality collides with a world that tells me what my body should be. Strong, slim, capable, energetic, beautiful. I am all that. And I'm also tired, in pain, and swollen, and foggy, and weighed down, not only physically, but emotionally, by expectations that I didn't even ask for. Because seriously, the looks I get walking down the street, whether I'm at the beach or just wearing a tank top and jeans, is insane. But you know what? I'm still here. I'm still fighting. I'm still showing up in this body. I'm still saying that despite it all, my body, my rules. For the longest time, I felt like my body was betraying me, and society confirmed it at every single turn. If you don't bounce back, if you don't eat clean, if you don't run, lift, flex, stretch, glow, it's like you're not trying hard enough. But they don't see the behind the scenes. The meds, the flare-ups, the shame spirals, the appointments, the fatigue, the guilt, the invisible effort it takes just to exist. Society rewards performance, but illness doesn't perform. It doesn't smile for the camera or go to the gym for the aesthetic. It just is. And my relationship with my body, it's complicated as hell. It's messy. It's honestly something I have to renegotiate daily. And here I am saying this out loud and louder each and every time. It is not failure. It is chronic illness. It's real. I don't need to be fixed. I need to be understood and be oh my goodness, and be left the hell alone, period. Because you know what? Every scar, every stretch mark, every day that I cancel plans or say no or lie in bed instead of quote unquote pushing through, it is not a weakness. It is my strength, and not the kind of strength that they sell in inspirational posters or fitness ads. This is raw, quiet, hidden strength, the kind that you develop when you live inside a body that doesn't always cooperate, but you have no choice but to live in. And then there's society. Let's talk about that for a second. Because society will only love you when you're productive, palatable, performative. They love your before and after story if the after is closer to thin or able body or visually appealing. But what about if there is no after? What about if I'm not on some transformational journey where I magically become better? What if I'm just here as I am? Oh, they hate to see me coming. They hate when people like me own our space, our bodies, our illness, our rage, our joy, our reality without apologizing. So here I am, not asking for permission anymore. And seriously, there's a strange kind of peace that comes the moment you stop asking for permission to exist. Not comfort, not ease, not even full acceptance. Just peace. A quiet, burning decision deep in your chest. This is my body, and I don't owe anyone an explanation for how I live in it. Because here's what the world never tells you. If you don't claim your body as your own, somebody else will do it for you. The doctor who talks at you instead of to you. The influencer who tells you just hydrate and move more. The relative who makes an offhand comment at dinner. The stranger that stares too long. The well-meaning friend who says, but you don't look sick. The Instagram ads, the gym culture, the unsolicited advice, the relentless pressure to quote-unquote improve, it all adds up. And they keep saying, hey, let us decide what your body means. Hey, let us define what strength looks like. Hey, let us tell you if you're enough. But no, like not anymore. Are we kidding? My rules look different. They are born from necessity, from trial, from tears. They are the rules that protect my peace, rules that let me survive on good days and actually live. And let me tell you some of them as I wipe away my tears. Rest is not laziness. I need to rest more than most people maybe. And not because I necessarily want to, because I have to. And because my body has limits that aren't always visible. The guilt that comes with rest, holy smokes, the daily debate sometimes that I have with myself. You know what? It was planted by capitalism. The shame that tags along with naps or slow days, that's the voice of hustle culture echoing in my brain. But here's the truth. Rest is recovery. Rest is persistence. Rest is power. Rest is saying, I choose my health over productivity. It's saying my body matters. This body matters, even when it's still. Rule number 2, my body is not a project. For so long, I've treated my body like a broken machine I was supposed to fix. Track the symptoms, log the food, count the steps, shrink this, stretch that. But here's the reality with chronic illness. It doesn't always get better. That doesn't mean I get to give up. That doesn't mean I want to give up. It means I stop treating myself like a problem to be solved. Because I already said, my body is not a Pinterest board. It's not a before picture. It's not a side-by-side transformation. It's a living, breathing being, not a project, a person. Rule number 3, I don't have to perform health or strength for anyone else. People love to cheer you on if you're doing, what they expect. For example, go to the gym, applause. Eat a salad, validation. Talk about your illness openly. Oh my God, you're so brave. But take a day off, skip a plan, need help standing up in the shower, suddenly silence. Chills, because I've lived this every single day for very, very, very many years. So, I've learned that my worth doesn't increase the more I suffer in silence. I don't owe anyone a performance, not a progress, not of pain, not of perseverance. And it's not so brave to talk about my illness or my body so openly. It's who I am, it's my body, it's not a project like we said. I'm a person, a living, breathing being. Rule number 4, comfort is a valid goal. In a world where it's obsessed with pushing limits and grind mindsets, saying, I just want to be comfortable, kind of does feel like a like a radical act. But chronic illness humbles you, because sometimes actually your greatest victory of the day, believe me, is not collapsing, especially when you do a million things a day. And even if you only do 2 things a day. Sometimes, quote unquote, good just means, once again, quote unquote, less bad than yesterday. And in these moments, comfort is not weakness, it is survival. So I wear soft clothes, I do not wear high heels, for example. I cancel plans, I lay in bed, and not because I'm giving up, because I'm giving myself what I need. Rule number 5, my body, my timeline. Progress doesn't follow a calendar. Healing isn't linear. There are months where I feel hopeful and strong. Then there's one small flare up and suddenly I'm back in the darkness. Believe me, doubting freaking everything. And even though I really dislike that part of myself and therapy works and it's an ongoing thing, I do see it differently now. I move at the speed of me. Because I don't owe anyone a deadline. I don't have to get better by a certain date. I don't have to meet society's standards of what a healthy person should look like. And overall, it's of course breaking the old rules, like the ones of no pain, no gain, and beauty is pain, and push through it, and don't be so dramatic. It's all in your head. If you want it bad enough, you do it. No more. Those rules were written for people who had never had to fight their own body just to get out of bed. Those rules weren't made for me. And when I try to live by them, I disappear. I burn out. I break down. So I stop trying to belong to that world. The world won't like these rules, and that's fine. Because when I say it every single time, my body, my rules, I know what that threatens. It threatens a system that profits off insecurity, ableism, and shame. It threatens people who get uncomfortable when others set boundaries. It threatens the illusion that control equals health. But you know what? I don't exist to keep anyone else comfortable. I exist to live my body fully, radically, and honestly, even when it's sick, even when it's messy, even when it's not ideal, especially then. Because my body isn't perfect. It's not always kind to me. It holds pain, it forgets how to function, and it slows me down. And guess what? It's mine. And every day I choose to honor it, not by pushing myself into shape, not by punishing it into shape, not by resenting it, but by living by my own rules. I reclaim a piece of power the world tried to take from me. I hope this resonates with you too. I know I've talked about this multiple times on my YouTube videos, on my podcast, and many other platforms and many other talks. And I continue to stand up for it because our body, our rules, no matter what. Let me know how you feel, how you get empowered every day. And I'm here. Let's read those comments. Let's keep creating a community. Hug tighter, love stronger, always believe. Thank you so much for listening all the way through.